Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome. As you guys are hopping on, I am in my mobile office. Let me close out some of the sunlight so you get a little better view. As you guys are hopping on, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining another episode of Coffee Chat. And so today, I'm going to rehash a few other things. One thing I'm going to let you know is they made some adjustments to the customer free membership. I won't go through it here. What I will do is I will post the message from corporate in Max Out Biz here after I get done, so that way you guys can read through it. And I look at this as kind of, there's been some confusion. There was a little frustration in regards to the coupon, not coupon, how people were getting charged. And, thankfully, corporate stepped up and said, hey, we know this is an issue. We knew it was going to be a little bit wonky with some of the software changeovers, but they're going to make sure that it's not a deterrent, not a frustration for people. So fixing that. So again, I'm not going to go into great detail, but I am going to post in Max Out Biz the message regarding some of those adjustments. Okay. Let's see. A couple other things I wanted to touch on is the first is wanted to see, would you guys be interested in comment in here if we did a 9-day, 11-day challenge? Would that be valuable for you guys to share those results? And so I'm thinking about kicking one off and maybe starting like next week to do a 9-day, change, look at all those, do those pictures. Would you guys be engaged in that? Would that be something fun? I know Courtney Tant, who is actively involved in these coffee chats every day, had talked about one of the product groups we have, Body by Design. And so I thought maybe if we're doing that, we could share here, share there, and just something to share the results. Let me give you kind of the basis of some of this. Lindsay. Why did I say Lindsay? Laura Stevens has a new leader who has joined our team, Carrie Blackburn, and Carrie and her team. I don't know if Carrie's watching, but if she is, hi, Carrie. That have done a phenomenal job of getting a lot of new people started and have shared some of their amazing, tremendous results. And these are people brand new to Isagenix and seeing the results of the products that are just, wildly amazing. And I think sometimes we can forget how amazing the results are. And so I think it's, almost kind of showing those because it kind of continues your belief, builds your belief. So that's something to think about. Obviously, you guys are like, yeah, we should probably do that. We'd love to do that as a big part of our community because sharing those results is a big thing. And so let me use that to transition into the next piece and part. I am always learning. I got done with the John Maxwell's latest book, The Leader's Greatest Return, yesterday. Phenomenal book. I really recommend it. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to be able to get some of the resources. So probably when I get back from some of this travel have this spring, so probably around mid to late March, I'm going to do a probably book study with the book, The Leader's Greatest Return, and would like to go through that and just kind of share some lessons. So that's coming up. It's a great book. And if you are looking for a book that has a lot of great leadership stories and elements and testimonies, I recommend that book. After I got done with that book, I transitioned into a book that I've been wanting to read for a while. How I came across this book is I had a friend recommend a podcast where this author was talking because he was a John Maxwell fan, and he said, "Oh, I think you would really like this." And the book is called FOR, F-O-R. And it is written by Jeffrey Henderson. And he talks about, kind of corporations and companies and like, what are you here for? Why are you here? So I started it last night and I got about a half hour, 45 minutes into the book and realized it was good. It was good because it gave me an aha moment. It gave me an aha moment in how we market in network marketing and how we market our organizations. And so I'm going to go into that real quick, share kind of some of my thoughts. that I got so far from the book. And granted, I'm just learning, just getting into this. So if you want to pick up the book, I recommend it. Again, it's F-O-R by Jeffrey Henderson. And he's done a lot of consulting work with different companies, but primarily with Chick-fil-A, and then also a church in Atlanta, North Point Church. And they talk about, kind of organizations. And he said, I'll go into a company and I'll look at their social media. And we'll look at, say, their last 10 posts. And he said, what's really interesting is we've created this image and this society where business is all about the business. What does the business do? How does the business do things, this or that? And he goes, our culture doesn't want that. It's like, who are you for? What are you for? Who are you serving? And I thought about that, and he goes, one of the things that's really detrimental to your organization, detrimental to kind of sharing, is making it about you rather than who you work for. And so when he is talking about that, he goes through this social media example. It's like, how many of them share, and I'm going to use this for social media, how many times are you sharing the lifestyle? And if you look back through your last 10 posts, how much of it is the lifestyle of what you have to, what you are living? He goes, that isn't what you're operating for. That isn't what you're connecting. That isn't why you're there. But it's like, what results are you giving people? What are they getting from engaging, interacting? He goes, that's the story. He goes, he'll go to organizations and, we'll go through, their last 10 posts, and usually 9 of them are about the company. They're about the company in regards to, how sustainable the company is. They're about the company and the products they sell. They're about the company and the results. They're about the company of, name the list. And it's all about the company. It's not about who they're there to serve and help and what they're doing in part of this bigger world, like what they're on mission to do. And as I read that and thinking about it, it's like, yeah, that's a real good one. Yeah, like, knock on wood if you're with me. That's a funny Hard Knocks acknowledgement. Anyways, and so that made me think and really realize, okay, are we sharing our lifestyle all the time and thinking that's what's going to motivate people? Are we sharing results? Are we sharing the result? And the results, remember, if you have heard me talk, or if you're newer kickoff, that it's not about the money. It's even not about the life-changing stuff in regard to, it's about weight loss because maybe it's healthier and you're able to live a more sustainable, longer life. But maybe it's about, the things that change people's life. Is it about the, what we have to offer as a community and support and everything else, kind of all those things? Are we sharing that? And, as I'm talking about this, I'm thinking, are we sharing it on social media? Are we sharing it with people that we're talking to in real life? IRL, real life. Social media is just one of the spokes of the entire wheel of what our marketing is. And so how we interact, how we talk to people, are we sharing about that stuff? And, talking about those things. So that was my challenge today, to kind of bring that. I'm learning this stuff. I hope to be done with the book later this week. And so I will feed back more information that I share there. Again, brand new, just started it. But I'm going to leave you with, again, a couple reminders. I will post in Max Out Biz the information coming from corporate regarding the things that they're going to do for the customer free membership. The membership change stuff as well. Would love to know and give me feedback as far as doing a kind of whole group transformation challenge. And again, I want to let you guys know, I'm going to cue you in. It isn't all about weight loss. Yes, there's going to be pictures, but maybe it's, 9 days, and the example of, I started on Monday and, my health and fitness was X, and 9 days later, I was able to do something I didn't think I could do. It was, maybe on Monday I started and, this is what my daily routine looked like. And 9 days later, that's the change. So I'd love you guys to be creative, and it's not just about, before and after pictures. That's huge because people can recognize that, they can see it. But I'd also love to see as well other things that, are changing in your life as a virtue of making a commitment for change. Okay. And then lastly, just kind of a heads up, look for sometime in mid to late March, doing a book study on The Leader's Greatest Return. Book by John Maxwell. Highly recommend it. So thank you guys for joining. Glad you're here as always. Thank you for all your feedback, and any feedback you have, please send it my way. And have a great day, guys.